Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com. In this video, I'm going to show you 6 ways to make money online, like Tim Ferriss, who is obviously the author of many famous books: Tools of Titans, The 4-Hour Body, 4-Hour Work Week, 4-Hour Chef, pretty much all bestsellers. And he also has the blog and the Tim Ferriss Show podcast, where he interviews top performers, successful people, actors, chess players, etc., to see why they're successful so that his listeners can learn how to implement that. So he's definitely an interesting person. I'm a big fan. And he has an interesting brand that he's built. And I'm going to show you some of the ways that he makes money online from that brand. And the first way is book publishing. So I just showed you some of the books he's done. He obviously doesn't rely on just ebook sales. He sells hardback books. I have a few of them myself. But he gets a lot of income from Amazon because of his book sales, as well as Barnes and Noble and other bookstores online. So the way you could get into doing that, obviously you want to write something that's different, that really separates itself. If you want to do it like he does stuff that's kind of different. He has his own style. He's very informative. He's not necessarily someone who, is the greatest writer in the world, but he gets his point across. It's more of an analytical, actionable type of book. I recommend you read any of his books. They're all very good. But to publish books on Amazon, you need to go to kdp.amazon.com. That will allow you to publish these books. You earn up to 70% royalties, and you can publish ebooks like Tim Ferriss. If you want to include links in your books, like a lot of Tim Ferriss books, one thing you could do that I don't think he did is convert them to EPUB. So this would make your ebooks links clickable. This is just one of the many tricks I've learned from taking courses on how to do Amazon publishing and stuff like that. So you can go to ebook.online-convert.com and then go to the convert to EPUB section. Okay, so it basically converts your ebook from text or PDF to EPUB, making your links. You can link to affiliate products. You can link to your email subscription page. You could email to free giveaways. You could email to your blog, etc., like Tim Ferriss does, and you can make your links clickable if you do it in EPUB format. If you want a course on how to do all that stuff and how to get reviews and stuff, I recommend K-Money Mastery 2.0 is what it's called. K-Money Mastery is where I learned a lot of the main strategies for publishing part-time or even as a full-time income on Amazon. So if you really want a course on that, that's what I recommend. That's at selfmadesuccess.com/k-money-mastery. I'll also get all these links in the show notes. But I also have a page for you if you need to get ebook reviews, called How to Get Unlimited Verified Kindle Ebook Reviews. That is on selfmadesuccess.com as well. So that's one of the main things he's known for, is selling books. Another thing he does is investing. So you can actually do investments, and there are quite a few online investing sites now. Mainly he invests in startups. So he also, has been involved with Uber and some of these other big companies as an advisor and investor. Here are some of the websites where you can look at these startups and invest in them through the website. One is called Angel List. You can go to angel.co, and then you can go to the syndicates page, which is basically where you can make investments. And they, as you can see, typical check size, you have all kinds of sizes of investments, but you can invest in startups by going to the invest section, which takes you to this page here, invest/start, and then you can invest in all kinds of different startups, and the website allows you to get in for as little as $1,000. So obviously a lot of investors invest more, but if you want to get in and see kind of how to make money like Tim Ferriss, that's what he does. He looks for very specific startups, and or at least he used to, and then he would invest in them. So angel.co, not necessarily used by Tim Ferriss, but just happens to be one of the startup investing sites that you could use theoretically. Another one is called WeFunder. You can use this as well to invest in startups. You can also invest using microventures.com. So those are a few that you can use to invest in. An example company that he's actually invested in would be Wealthfront. You can also look them up. They help you invest and use software and everything to automate your investing, but that's not investing in startups. That's more like long-term, investing in stocks and bonds and stuff like that. But that would be one of the companies he actually invested in. And these are three of the sites that you could find some companies to invest in. Another thing he does is affiliate marketing, or I don't know if he really does it that much anymore, but that's one thing you can do like Tim Ferriss and leverage your online brand through affiliate marketing. So to do that, you can go to affiliate-program.amazon.com to get into affiliate marketing, where you can make up to 10% commissions on the products you help get sold. And Amazon obviously is going to have one of the biggest programs. So for instance, on his blog, if you go to tim.blog, you can check out his blog. You can go to like a show notes page. So this is his latest interview on his podcast with Sharon Salzberg. You can go down the list, and he references all kinds of links and stuff like that. And if you're smart, you use affiliate links where you can on these types of things. So like if he references a book that she might have written, he would probably use an affiliate link, because that would be the smart thing to do. So if you have a big blog, you have show notes pages and stuff like that with links, that would be another income that you could get, is through affiliate links in these posts. Now he doesn't go way out of his way to sell affiliate products all the time. He has other ways of making money, and he probably doesn't have time for all of that, but at least on like show notes pages and stuff, you could include your affiliate links when people want to go look at that. It just needs to flow well. It needs to be part of the blog. You don't want it to just be there just to get sales when it's inconvenient for your readers. So for instance, once you get your account at the Amazon affiliate program site, you can go to pretty much any product on Amazon, and you'll see this gray stripe appear. You can see this gray stripe here at the top, and it has a Facebook link, Twitter link, image link, text plus image, and text. Most of the time you'll probably use text because you'll be putting it in your blog post, kind of like, if you're doing a podcast, for instance, you could do a show notes page and have your affiliate links there. All you would need is a text link. You probably don't need to use the images. So all you would do is click the text link when you're on the product that you want to get an affiliate link for, and then you embed that in your blog post, kind of like this, and then you can get some additional income from affiliate links using Amazon and ClickBank and a lot of other affiliate programs. Another thing you can do is podcasting and getting sponsorship. So obviously this is one of his main income streams these days, and his podcast is really taken off, which is, like I said, called the Tim Ferriss Show. You can find it, just searching that. On iTunes, for instance, you can see the different episodes he's done. You can listen to pretty much any episode, and you'll see that there's usually about 4 sponsors for every show, or maybe the same sponsor might have multiple slots, but for the most part you'll see like 4 sponsors, 2 at the beginning and 2 at the end of the podcast episode, and obviously they have to pay him to do that. That's how he keeps the lights on. That's how he makes money from the podcast. So what you could do, you could create your own podcast kind of like he does and do these episodes. He does like one a week. You could do more, you could do less, depending on what you're able to do. At least one a week is probably the standard, but then you could obviously use your blog for show notes pages like this one, where they could listen to the podcast episode, see an overview of what's talked about. You can see the sponsors in the beginning of the show notes page. Four Sigmatic is one. Another one would be ConvertKit. So those are some of his sponsors, and then he does the show notes, of course. But that's a great way to combine your blog with your podcast. And some other ones that have sponsored his episodes would be Audible, which is part of Amazon. That's their audiobooks platform. Four Sigmatic, I just mentioned them. They've been a sponsor for a while. They do a mushroom coffee that gives you a lot of energy. Another one would be Headspace, which is an app you can get to help you meditate. So things like that. That's what he does. He mainly does his podcast. His blog kind of feeds off the podcast. He has his books. They're kind of their own thing. But the podcast and the books are really his two main things that he's really known for. He's also an investor, but he says he doesn't do a lot of startup investing anymore. But as far as that goes, you can monetize your podcast a lot of different ways. One website where you could find podcast sponsors is at advertisecast.com. You can add your podcast here, get ad deals, and get paid from big brands, small brands, whatever, that are looking to put ad slots in specific podcasts in specific industries. So if you have a good podcast, you may appeal to certain advertisers and get some sponsors at advertisecast.com. And last but not least, another thing he does, kind of just for, a little side income, maybe a little side branding, is he does tip videos and he publishes the audio of his podcast on YouTube. So Tim Ferriss does have a YouTube channel. Many people probably don't even know that because he's not super active on there. But what he does, every once in a while he'll do a few videos like in bulk. He'll teach you how to speed read. He'll teach you how to do, how to apply Stoic philosophy to your life, different routines that he's picked up. But most of the time he posts versions of his podcast episodes on here. So he puts as you can see, the Tim Ferriss Show album art or the podcast art cover, whatever you want to call it, the podcast cover on the left side. Then he'll have on the right side a picture of who he's talking to and their name. And that's it. That's the entire visual. So, he does this part, which is the art for his podcast, and then a picture of the person he's interviewing and their name. And that pretty much sums up how he does the podcast on YouTube, and then you just listen to it. You really don't need to watch the video. You just listen to it in the background. It's just another way for him to get additional people listening to the podcast by putting it on a very popular platform, being YouTube. And of course, you can add advertisements to your YouTube channel. And if you want to do that, then you could go to your YouTube channel, go down to channel, status, and features. Monetization, if you are able to get ads on there, it would have to be enabled here under monetization. And before you can get monetization, you need to have a certain amount of views. It's like a few thousand now. And you have to have good copyright status in the green, community guideline status in the green, and then you can go to monetization under channel on the left side and enable it. And once it's enabled, you'll be able to see this little green $sign next to your videos in your video manager, and that will tell you that your videos are monetized with ads and you can make money from YouTube. So those are the main ways that you can make money online like Tim Ferriss. If you got something from this video, if you feel like it was helpful, please like and subscribe so I can create more videos like this for you. Also, if you want to let me know what you thought about the video, or you want to let me know about something you want me to cover in the future, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. and I know others watching would as well. Also, I'll have all of the books and the blog and all that stuff from Tim Ferriss, the links to those pages, the examples, the places where you can start doing some of these strategies that I mentioned in the video, all in one place for you at selfmadesuccess.com. You'll be able to find all the show notes there, and I'll have a link to that page in the video description for you as well. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great